You hurt me because you're big, you're clumsy, and you're reckless.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, this is the Red Carpet Ring featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King. We are here at it again, guys. We're talking about WWE SmackDown results. The Bloodline crushed Kevin Owens' throat and put Cody Rhodes through a table. We are going to talk about that today. And of course, we are also going to talk about the bonus round. We will talk about that. You don't want to miss out on that. And we're going to have an early SummerSlam preview, guys. So it's going to be good. It's going to be definitely a good one. Don't want to miss that. We are here live on not just YouTube, but Facebook and X. So thank you all guys out for coming out, checking me there as well. Greatly appreciated. But we definitely going to get into it. And it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen next for SmackDown as we head off to the SummerSlam, which will be August 3rd. Go figure on that. So it's coming up sooner than we think it is. Much sooner. But other than that, guys, we're gonna have a good one. We're gonna have a very good discussion about this one. Let's see who came into the ring before we begin. We got here, let's see. Tyler, salute to you. Welcome coming out, man. Appreciate your support, man. We are definitely here. I just can't believe we about to have SummerSlam this quick. It's literally, we literally just had Money in the Bank. We literally just had this Money in the Bank. And now we here talking about SummerSlam, the biggest party of the summer. This is summer that people always look forward to. It's definitely one that people love to check out. Definitely love to check out. So we got a good SummerSlam card coming up that I'm going to discuss later on. And if you guys don't know already, hit that like button as you come in. Don't forget to hit that like button as you come into the ring. Definitely go get into it. As you guys can see, we do have the SmackDown match card. We have the match card for July 19th. So that's the card there. And mainly this show was about Cody Rhodes discussing the attack from Bloodline to Randy Orton. So that was talked about. That we're gonna get into that. Then we had some matches going on. We had Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. We also had two Logan Paul and LA Knight contract signing. So we had that as well. That is the match card. It was some other matches too, but these are the ones that, as I always say, were advertised. These are the ones that are advertised for the day, for the night. So that's what they had advertised for that. But it's definitely, like I said, a good setup to SummerSlam. We got 2 weeks away. Tyrell Willis, salute to you. Appreciate you coming out. I think this is your first time here, but if so, welcome to the ring, Red Carpet Ring. We definitely gonna talk about it here. Figure 4 TV, salute to you. Appreciate you coming out. Yes, we are here, guys. We are definitely here. Lots to talk about. We got the biggest part of summer. If you guys don't know, SummerSlam is the second biggest event of the year. Second biggest event of the year. So this is something that is big. This is nothing to turn your nose up at. It's right up there with WrestleMania. We had WrestleMania recently, and now we got this event coming up. So we are definitely something to look forward to. And I'm glad that I heard it's we're supposed to get 2 nights in 2 years from now, and also we're also going to have it beginning of August. And I heard they may even change the month like they do in WrestleMania. That could be a rumor for all we know, but definitely a different shift. Definitely a different shift with SmackDown. They're definitely making changes on the PLE. You guys get those like buttons as we come into the ring now. Get those likes up, guys. Also on X, if put some likes over there too on X, and then also come to YouTube because we definitely gonna have a good discussion about this. So you don't want to miss out. You definitely do not want to miss out on this one. It's gonna be very interesting to see what's gonna happen next as we approach SummerSlam. So don't want to miss out on that. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be a good one. But other than that, though, let's get into the whole match. Let's get off this and let's get into the whole ordeal. Let's see what happened. Now we had Cody Rhodes. He kicked off. We know he kicked off SmackDown. Excuse me. He kicked off SmackDown. We know that he also was talking about what Randy Orton. He had a good segment about Randy Orton. He had a good segment about how he said some very good things about Randy Orton. He said how Randy Orton has always not just been a mentor to him. He also said that how Randy Orton has always held him down no matter what. Because remember, if you guys don't know, Cody Rhodes was a part of the Legacy stable. He talks about that because he like I said, a very good way to kick off the show. And he also talked about how, he talked about how he is champion now. He said a lot of people counted him out. He said Randy Orton is one of the people that did not count him out. He said that as well, and I thought that was very cool how he gave Randy his props. I liked how he did that. But he had a good segment though, very good segment to kick off SmackDown. Very good segment, and we'll talk about that right now. Talk a little bit more further into it. Let's talk about Cody Rhodes, how he definitely kicked off the show. Now he kicked off the show. He talked about Randy Orton. He talked about the history. And it seemed like to me it's going to be at some point, I don't know when necessarily, but it's definitely going to be a Cody versus Randy. That's where I feel like they're going with this at some point. That's where I feel like they're going with Cody versus Randy. They're teasing that right now. And I feel like they're not going to go there just yet, but they definitely going to go there at some given point because Randy is going to eventually turn on Cody. I know people don't like to see that. That's what's going to happen. But Cody gave definitely props to Randy, and he talked about how people gave up on him, and Cody and Randy never gave up on Cody. So that was good. Very good segment to kick off the show. Then later on, we got interruption from Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They came out and they talked to Cody. They was talking trash, and you know that Cody came out. He was not going to take no nonsense from anybody, especially these two guys. But anyway, he kicked off the show and he said that they showed Terrence Crawford, a boxer, but also they came out because Jacob Fatu, when Cody's going to the Bloodline, they was talking about how Jacob Fatu, they blamed Cody for Jacob Fatu attacking, of course, Austin Theory during their tag team match, how he was wrecking house and causing havoc, and they blamed it on Cody, and they wanted to repay that by attacking Cody. So they came out to attack Cody. Cody got both of them. He took both of them down, and the Terrence Crawford box gave him a chair, and they got, once they saw that, they stay out of Cody's way, and that was it. That was a good way to kick off SmackDown. But that was a good segment there. I knew that, and later on it will be announced that Cody Rhodes will face off against both Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. It will be a 2-on-1 tag team, well, handicap tag team match. It will be those two, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory versus Cody Rhodes. But Nick Aldis, that didn't sit too well with him. Cody said I could take them both on my own. I don't have a problem with that. Cody, he's really into the groove. He's not going for no nonsense whatsoever. But there's a but there. He was not going to just let Nick Aldis was not going to just let Cody Rhodes just go there and say, "Hey, I want to take." And Nick Aldis said, "No. You have to get a tag team partner. I don't care who it is. It cannot just be anybody." So he made that very, very clear to Cody. That's not how things going to go. If you want to do that, you have to get a tag team partner. And basically, that I know Cody did not like to hear that, but that's how it was going to go when it came down to Nick Aldis and Cody Rhodes backstage. Nick Aldis hit him with it. That's not going to work if you want to do a tag team partner. I know Cody want to hear that, but that's how it went.
No, brother, doesn't work for me right now.
So he had to find a tag team partner. Told him he had to give him to the end of the night. And when it came down to that, Cody said, "All right." But that was the beginning of the show. That's how the whole thing got kicked off. Now, we did get a match afterwards. We got a very good one. We got Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade. Man, this was a good match. These two they worked very well together, very, very well. I got to give that to both of them. They worked it out pretty good, very good. And much credit to Carmelo, much credit to Andrade. Very good chemistry with these guys. They worked it out very well. So I got to give that to them. They definitely get one of these for this type of match.
And I'm awesome!
So it was a good Carmelo Hayes. He tried to hit the Melo Don't Miss Andrade counter. Very good drop kicks. These guys would count each other moves. Very smooth match. But Andrade, he got the experience over Carmelo. He got the experience. And Melo came very close. He got him with his finisher, the DT that swing over. I forgot the name of it. He got him with the pin. That was it. Carmelo lost to Andrade. Andrade won that match. So very good. Very good win by Andrade because Andrade's the veteran. He got the win over Carmelo. But it was a very good first match of the night for SmackDown. So very good one. I got to give it to them. They did well. Very, very well. Definitely good match, good back and forth with these guys. So I liked how these guys worked well together. I got to give it to both of them. Very, very solid match. Very solid match. Very solid match. I liked how these guys was able to work well together. I like how these guys were able to work well off each other. Like I said, Carmelo is good. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But think about Carmelo. Andrade got the experience over him. That's why Andrade's there, and he's a good person to work well with. So we got to give that to Andrade of having the experience over Carmelo. And it helped Carmelo. He's only going to get better. Only going to get better as time progresses. I don't see this as this is hurting Carmelo. He's losing. No, Carmelo's good. He's solid. He's going to work well. He's going to be one of the top guys in WWE, in my opinion. One of the top guys. So we're not going to take that from him at all. But definitely a good way to kick off the show. So salute to Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Next match we have Chelsea Green Card, and we got versus Bianca Belair. We see that she had to make a little entrance of Chelsea Green. We saw she had to do all that. She came out. They really make her one of the vocal points of women's division. Even though she's not the premier woman on there, she still gets very noticeable on there. They make that very known on here now with Chelsea. And they even remember they added the entrance of Samantha Irvin saying Chelsea Green. They always do that. So I see the noticeable shift in that. But they had the good match. They had a match 1-on-1, her versus Bianca Belair. They had one match, and I mean, it was a squash match. Nothing. That was memorable, in my opinion. But they focused on her entrance. I mean, Chelsea for a good minute, and honestly, I think the entrance was longer than the actual match seemed like, or about the same amount of time. So they really didn't do nothing significant. I don't think they did. But other than that, though, this was a quick one, very quick one, and didn't get it so much. But I guess that's how they was gonna run it. But it was a worthless match. It was a quick match too. It was a match that literally was thrown together, and Bianca got the win. So clearly she did. And she had a message from Albert Fry and Isla Dawn, the tag team champions. They came out after the match. I know they talked to Bianca and Jade. Um, and I guess they were saying, hey, they're going to be a tag team championship rematch. So I guess we're getting a rematch here, for tag team belts. But this was immediately, I don't know why they did it this way, but this was immediately after the match that Chelsea had with her. I didn't understand. I understand that they had to get, I won't get more to this part, but it was just weird how it was set up. But I guess this is it's a good way to get into, this is a good way to set up for the women's tag team belts. It's a good way to get a rematch out of both of them. I guess that's how they're doing it. But we're going to get a rematch for tag team belts, and it's going to be between the team of Jade and Bianca, because when they had the match, Piper was in, Chelsea's corner, and Bianca, of course, had Jade in her corner. So I guess that's how they was setting it up. But this match, it's a squash. It was a set for a tag team belt, because you saw this whole thing set up backstage. Then Bianca wins, and then this is a rematch for the tag team belts, because they didn't come to the ring. It was on the Titantron. So I guess that's how they're going to do it. At some point, I'm guessing this is going to be set up for SummerSlam. It will be Bianca and Jay getting a women's tag team belt rematch versus Alba Fry Isla Dawn. That's how that's going to go. But that's how they set up the rematch. So we'll see what happens next, guys. We're going to see what the next move going to be. This will be a rematch set. And that was the end of that particular match. And we'll get to that. We'll get to other matches now. Now we had another match that night. Another match we had, if you guys remember, we had it was another, it is, I understand the story, but we had another match which was Michin versus Tiffany Stratton. We had this match here. Now, similar to the Jade and Bianca versus Chelsea, Tiffany had Nia Jax in her corner, Michin had Bayley in her corner, and Bayley and Nia, they had the interaction I'm going to get to in a second, and they also got that match at SummerSlam. So we definitely going to talk about this match here. Now, this match here, it was Michin. Tiffany Stratton had the momentum going. She was going in. She was doing her thing. All of that. And this was more focused on the Bayley and Nia interaction. And we also saw, too, that if you can see there, that they was more focused on Bayley. She took the contract of Tiffany. She destroyed it, broke it. slammed it against the steel steps, everything slammed it on the ground. Now here also, Tiffany had the athleticism. She was giving it to Michin. It was pretty much set up for Tiffany Stratton to win, but due to the distraction of Nia and Bayley, Nia was trying to attack Bayley. Bayley, threw it to the barricade. And then when Nia grabbed her, Bayley hit her with the briefcase. So when we saw all of that, it allowed Michin to get the advantage. She saw this as an opportunity, and she beat Tiffany due to a roll up. And then afterwards, Tiffany saw what Bayley was doing to her contract. She tore it up and broke it down. And that was it. But other than that, that's how that was going down. Michin she actually snuck and got a win on Tiffany. So Michin got the win, and it was just crazy though. Definitely crazy. But Michin got the win on Tiffany. So that was that quick match. Like I said, it's basically more telling the story of Nia and Bayley heading to the match, and Tiffany, of course, with the Money Bank contract. So that's what that was about. Let's be honest, that's what that whole thing was about. But now we're gonna get to another segment of the show. We're gonna get to the LA Knight, and Logan Paul contract signing. So let's get to that. Now we had the contract signing. This was a good segment here. These guys was going back and forth, trading insults, going, just giving it to each other. I actually like this segment a lot. Very good segment of these guys. LA Knight was talking about how Logan Paul, he said he said the Paul brothers talking about him and Jake Paul. The Paul brothers have no balls. They're scary. He said, at least your brother can step with Mike Tyson, but you're scared of me. LA Knight was telling about Logan Paul. I tried to get this match with you. I went to your house. I went everywhere. You keep ducking, dodging me. Let's get a one-on-one. Then Logan Paul said, despite you being good in the ring, you're being popular with the catchphrase, let me talk to you. Yeah. He said that he's the more popular out of the ring. He's a businessman. He got Prime. He got the podcast. He got a family he about to start. He's engaged. He has a fiance. He's pregnant with his child. He said he has a lot going on outside of WWE. And amongst LA Knight's popularity, Logan Paul will be always more popular out of the two, which he got a point. But, when LA Knight heard that, he said, you're scared of me and you don't want to face me for that United States Championship. You're coward. You have you're spineless, you're gutless. And it was like the crowd was really in. We had one of them moments. What? He was going in. What? So yeah, we had one of those what's where everybody was hearing what they were saying, but it was good. It was good interaction between these two. Very good interaction, very good promo, very good segment. And yes, it's official. We will have LA Knight versus Logan Paul for United States Championship at SummerSlam. It's official. We will get that match. But that they signed a contract. Afterwards, Logan walked off. He gonna cheap shot LA Knight, which he did. LA Knight was ready for him. Logan tried to hit his move on. He tried to sucker punch, do his knockout punch on LA, fail. LA Knight tried to do the BFT on Logan, fail. Logan snuck out of the ring. Very good interaction between these guys. Tyler Heldt said, hot take. Tiffany Stratton going to catch at SummerSlam incoming. I love his rivals. Yeah, you're right, Tyler. I'm going to get into that too. We will talk more about that with the bonus round. Stick around for that. And also I'll talk about my what went wrong segments. I'm going to get into that in a second, but this is official. We got LA Knight. We got Logan Paul, United States Championship on the line. It's going to be made. So we're going to get into that as well. It's definitely going down. It's going down. Definitely going down. We will have that match at SummerSlam. Well, like I said, very good one. And before we get to the main event, which is, Cody Rhodes got to find a tag team partner against Grayson Waller, Austin Theory. Before we even get to that, we're gonna get into the segment here, and we're talking about Bayley and we're talking about Nia Jax. They had a good back and forth. They went off their history. Bayley got straight to the point. She said, "Hey, remember SummerSlam 2017? You took me out. I never forgot about that." The force to be reckoned with as you claim. All you do is hurt people. You destroy them, and you're just botchy, and you're clumsy. She went in on that promo. This was another good segment. If you guys remember that part in the show, very good segment. Very, very good segment between these two. It was no playing around between Nia and Bayley. Very, very good. I like how these two went in, but Bayley let her have it.
You hurt me because you're big, you're clumsy, and you're reckless.
And that got to Nia. She was so mad, but she right. That was how Nia was. That was you. I know Nia was like, "I can't believe you said that," but she said it.
Tell me you did not just say that.
She went in, and like I said, there was no false statement that Bayley was saying. It was true. You were a boss machine. You did take out Bayley years ago, and then Nia was like, "We're gonna go there," and she said, "Yeah, we're gonna go there." Bayley has not forgot what happened. She's not forgot about that at all. She did not let that go, not one bit. She was going in, and I enjoyed the segment. At all the way. Very good way to kick to further this rivalry between Bayley and Nia Jax. Very good one. But I liked how that went down, and this definitely is going to be one of the premier matches of the SummerSlam. Definitely a good one. Good way to kick this off. Bayley was not playing around with Nia. She wasn't playing with her. That's all I was saying. And Bayley's going to bring it at SummerSlam. That's how I see it. She will bring it towards Nia. Whether people want to accept it or not, believe it or not, she's going to bring it to her. She's going to go in, and she's going to do whatever she can to defend that women's championship and make sure that she walks out of SummerSlam, because we know that's coming up. But Nia, she just looked disgusting. And then after all of that, Nia Jax, she walked out. She walked out of the whole segment. She walked out of there. She got up out of there. She was not having it. She didn't want to hear no more of what Bayley had to say. She didn't want to hear no more of it. And it was crazy how this was going down. Very crazy of how this is heating up. It's interaction. Remember, last week, Nia told Bayley, "You're BBL Bayley." Bayley didn't forget about that, and that's why this became so personal. That's why it became personal. Remember, she called her BBL Bayley. Bayley felt some type of way because she entered in 2017 clumsy and reckless, and saying that caused Bayley to be hurt and be taken off the ring and going to the shelf. She was on the shelf for a while because of Nia Jax. But she said Nia Jax is not going to stop her. She's not going to stop by any means. She's not playing with Nia anymore. She's not playing. Let's see what you guys say. Tyler said, "I don't have been respect. I don't. It's been respect to Logan Paul, but since that video YouTube get for years ago, I have been respect to Logan Paul because he's good performance in the ring and he needs to stop cheating." And Logan Paul and for the match. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Tyler. Yeah. Logan's solid in the ring. He's solid. I know some people don't like him because he's a heel, but he's doing his job. That's what heels do. They make you can't stand him. But other than that, though, this was a very good segment between Nia Jax and Bayley, and these two are definitely gonna they're gonna go at it. They're gonna go at it. Besides the whole Logan Paul and LA Knight. This was another good segment of the night. Another good segment. I liked how this segment was. Very, very good segment. And it definitely put some things to perspective of this feud because it's getting very, very personal. Very personal between these two. Whether you guys see it, Bayley went personal this week. Nia went personal last week. So I like to see where else is going to go between these two. This made me further invested more to the storyline, and this is actually one of the matches I definitely want to see now. I want to see more of this match now because of how things of these promos. And they don't even so much have to get into a back and forth. It's just the promos alone is what's kicking things off. So I'm definitely intrigued to see what's going to happen next, and it's going to definitely put things further into it. So good promo by Nia, definitely good promo by Bayley. So it's good. It's gonna be a solid one. It's gonna be a solid one. It's something we ain't gonna want to miss. But I like how these two was definitely just bringing it. They just every time they brought it, no matter what, they brought it. Bayley bringing on the promos, Nia bringing on promos, and I think they're gonna have a very, very good match at SummerSlam for that women's championship. So you guys peep that. It's gonna be good. But I'm enjoying more and more of this feud. And we can't forget about, of course, Miss Tiffany Stratton. She would definitely be a part of this as well because she's aligned with Nia Jax. But this is going to be a very good one of how they put this together. So we don't want to forget about that at all by any means whatsoever. But I like where this is going with these two. Very good, very, very good one. But let's also get into the main event. And the main event was, see, you guys gotta say before we get to the main event, I think we need the lockdown for Bloodline. Poor Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Jacob Fatu is real. Yeah, he definitely real deal. We're gonna get to that right now. Matter of fact, in the main event here, as we see, it was A-Town Down Under. Cody Rhodes found Kevin Owens as a tag team partner, and they went against A-Town Down Under. Now, they did win the match. Good for Cody, good for Kevin Owens. But Bloodline was coming out, and they came out for Lily Blood. They wanted Cody, they wanted Kevin. They came out, got to him. Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes did everything they could to fight these guys off. They did everything they could to try to, avenge what they did last week to Randy Orton. That was last week. Remember, last week they attacked Randy Orton, made Cody watch as they had him tied up in the ring. This week, they made Cody watch again. They made him watch again. And now it's showing that, Cody, is watching Kevin Owens getting terrorized. Now Cody was terrorized as well. And he went through that table. It was nasty work out there. Jacob Fatu, as you said, Tyler, he's a real one, no doubt about it. He's nothing to play with. And you better watch out for him. You better watch out for him because they are not playing around, And remember Solo, we're gonna get to that promo. Solo, he talked about how he's still the tribal chief and he's still the top dude. But other than that, though, they came out, they gave that work, they made people feel that work. And at the end of the day, it was Bloodline standing tall once again for the second week in a row. And Cody Rhodes, oh man, Cody and Kevin got that work. They really really got the work, just like Randy Orton. That's what Solo said in his promo. Everyone been taken out, and this time it was Kevin and Cody that got the work. They really got it. And thanks to Bloodline, and especially Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu cannot be stopped. He cannot be stopped. Can't nobody mess with Jacob Fatu. Like I say, real deal 100%. Jacob Fatu made Kevin Owens look like a little weasel. Jacob Fatu is so smooth in that ring, man. He gave him that work. He gave him that work. I mean, he literally everything he saw, he just took it down. He took everybody down. I mean, the question is, what didn't he do? He literally gave everyone that kind of work.
You about to get that work, son.
He gave literally that work to everyone. It was just nasty out there. It was nasty what Cody and Kevin experienced, and this is further. Remember, this is still a set match too, as announced last week. We're still going to get Cody versus Solo. That's still on, but this is definitely further in the storyline, even much more of Cody versus Solo. So this is definitely one that people do not want to take for granted. It's going to be a very solid one. I don't know what else next is going to happen, but it's going to be a good one. I don't know who's going to be able to stop all of this, man. Who could stop this whole thing? I don't think anybody be able to stop this one at all. I don't think anybody be able to stop the Bloodline right now. Bloodline is being on a tear. Bloodline is being they're just being a force to be reckoned with. Who can really stop this particular stable? I don't know who can do it. You guys let me know who can stop the Bloodline right now. I mean, I know it ain't the original Bloodline, but it's still the Bloodline, and I don't see how any way they could be beaten. I don't see it right now. I don't see it. How can they be stopped? They're giving us a reason why they can't be stopped. Because first Randy Orton, now Kevin, they got with the chair. Then Cody go through the table just like Randy Orton did last week. Who can stop this whole particular new Bloodline that's formed? Who can stop these guys? I don't know who can stop them. I don't know anybody that can stop them. Jacob Fatu, he's like literally taking everybody out literally on his own. And there's no way. It's going to be very hard to stop this Bloodline. So, but it's definitely going to further the feud between Cody Rhodes and Solo as they set up for their one-on-one match at SummerSlam. Jacob, you said, I'm not hating on Triple H. I have respect for him. He's amazing that you say this company. Thank you, TKO. Why? It's why I don't watch AEW. Tyler, if you remember, Tyler, I covered the AEW versus NXT ratings. And for what I saw in the recent AEW Dynamite episode, the 250 episode was trash. It was trash. It was no good. No good at all. I did not like that episode for being an anniversary episode. Yes, they beat NXT in the ratings. Check out my video, but it just, for that kind of show, they just didn't have it. And it went on the list.
You just made the list!
Yeah, they made the list on that one. I just was not feeling that at all. But you got a good point, though, with the storyline building and everything WWE's doing with their PLEs. Even on NXT, they have quality. And I talked about this on my the review of comparing the ratings between NXT and AEW Dynamite. But you got a good point there. I talked more about that. You guys check that out here. I'm a new thing I'm doing every week. It's going to be comparing NXT and AEW Dynamite Tuesday and Wednesday show ratings. But I definitely talk more about that. But with that being said, guys, let's get into the whole. I'm going to get into the ratings soon. What should I rate SmackDown? What should I rate this show? Oh, also, before I get into that shortly, let me get into something else as well. We also have here, we get to that in a second. They announced next week's matches. So let's talk about that right now. Next week's matches that were announced for the the 26th of SmackDown. So let's get into that real quick. We'll talk about the shows, the matches. We'll talk about next week's SmackDown right now. We'll get into that real quick. We'll talk about everything. We'll get into that. Get that 1 second, guys. We'll get into the show. We'll get into everything. Get that up. We'll talk about each show and what's coming up for SmackDown next week. Now, for next week's SmackDown, they're going to have these matches. You got LA Knight versus Santos Escobar. They had a little interaction backstage. LA Knight cooked him too. He said, tell your mom to call me. Then we have a tag team match of Bayley and Michin versus Tiffany, the recent Money in the Bank winner, and of course Queen Nia. So we have both of those, and then also they have a tag team number one contendership match, and it's all these various tag teams. You have the tag teams. You have the tag teams here of you already got Bloodline we see in there. You got Pretty Deadly. You got the OC or of Carl Anderson and Gallows, Street Profits, Cruz and Baron Corbin, and Legado del Fantasia, however you call that tag team. Whoever wins is going to get a number one shot at the tag team champions, which we all know is DIY, the team of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So that will be for next week. I believe in Bloodline signed to 2 girls, right? I have respect for Roman Rock there. Say the WWE, no cap. Yeah, and they also got another Bloodline member, Hakulu. I can't pronounce his name. You guys know what I mean. But that's next week's match is announced. Let's get to SmackDown rating. What do I rate this SmackDown? And I would say I have to rate it a 4 out of 5. Very good SmackDown. Very good build. Cody kicked off the show. Remember, he had his he had to talk about Randy Orton, talk about the Bloodline, further that story. Then we had the contract signed between Logan and LA Knight. Then, of course, we had a great match in Carmelo Hayes and him of who we faced of Andrade. Andrade said, I want to face him last week. And then, of course, we had the Nia and Bayley interaction. And, of course, we had the main event. We had Cody and a return to Kevin Owens, who mother beat whatever medical issue she had. She's doing much better now. It was undisclosed. They won that, but they got attacked by Bloodline. Cody went through the table. Kevin Owens got Jay Fatu kept pulling through the with the whole chair thing. If you guys remember that part.
Fatu laying a verbal beatdown on the prize fighter as well. This guy is out of control.
So that was another part that was good. Kevin Owens got that work as well as Cody Rhodes. And of course, this was a good SmackDown. Very good SmackDown. And we definitely the Rock and Roman Reigns family. Yeah. You talking about the Tonga twins. I talked about them actually before. Other than that, very good show. And 4 out of 5 is what I give this show. Remember, we have SummerSlam 2 weeks away, August 3rd. And this is a very good way to, spike up the show, everything, get everything they need. So it's a very good way to kick this off. Very good way to kick this off. So it's going to be solid, guys. We're going to have a very, very solid one, to say the least. So we're definitely going to have a good one. Now, before I get into the whole bonus round, we are going to talk about what went wrong with SmackDown. We're going to talk about that shortly. And after that, we will head off to talk about the bonus round. And that will only be on Red Carpet Ring. Who's ever on, of course, whoever is on, of course, X and Facebook, come on over to YouTube. But let's talk about what went wrong with SmackDown. Couple of things actually. What went wrong with SmackDown? First thing I would say that went wrong, Bianca versus Chelsea was a waste of a match. We didn't need that match. I understand that they was trying to further the storyline of Bianca and Jay getting their, they're getting their tag team rematch that they lost at Clash at the Castle against Alba Fry and Isla Dawn. I understand they want to further that. I understand it was a quick match thrown together. I didn't like that it was thrown together, and it was so obvious that Bianca was going to win. Let's be honest here. We know Chelsea was not going to defeat Bianca. And if you thought Chelsea was going to defeat Bianca, unless it was some type of cheating straight up, then that's cap.
That's cap. Totally cap.
We know that was a lie. Let's be honest here. Other than that, though, I think it was a waste of a match. If they was going to further that rematch storyline of Bianca and Jay versus Alba Fry and Isla Dawn on Holy Union, it was a way to go about it. I didn't think you need to do it through a cheap, thrown together match at the last minute. I didn't think that was necessary. You didn't have to do that. Could have done much better than that. So that right there was a no-no. I did not like that part of the whole thing because we know it didn't have to be. You didn't have to do it through a squash match. It didn't have to be done that way. I did not like that at all. So no, this was not good. This was definitely not needed, and it was just a waste. It was just a waste of time. So no, we didn't need that at all. I thought that was a big part of why it didn't go the way it could have. But definitely, that's one thing I saw wrong. Another thing I saw wrong, Solo is still not believable as a tribal chief. Come on. He's been cutting pretty much the same promos every week. I mean, he sits here looking like he's a boss. Nothing he'd even earn it. How you going to be the boss, like I said before, and you've been losing all your matches? How you going to be the boss and you didn't even defeat Roman yet? If you're going to be a tribal chief, at least have a one-on-one match with Roman and defeat him. Don't wait till Roman takes time off, then to talk your stuff. Come on, Solo. No one's buying into that. It's not believable. We don't believe you. You need more people. We don't believe that. I'm not buying to that. I'm not at all. And I think that's horrible. And it's not going to get anything over. This will not get Solo over as a heel. And it definitely will get you over as the so-called tribal chief wannabe that you're holding up right now. So I'm not buying to that, not one bit. It's not, I'm not buying to it. So since he's cutting these same promos, you got, it's just something that's not going to happen. I don't see it. It's terrible. This is not this, and it's not. No one's buying to this at all. They're not buying to it. They're just not. They're not buying to this at all. So no, this is not good. It's not good at all. They need to do better with this. I think they should, and hopefully they do. But I don't see it. Solo's not. He's not believable. He looks like he's still like a weasel. He's like a weasel. And then you can't do nothing without that bloodline. I mean, Roman was a dominant tribal chief. You are a tribal chief that never wins matches. You're a tribal chief that has to do everything undercut. I don't buy into him being a tribal chief. I don't buy anything about him being a tribal chief. He's a tribal chief wannabe. He just is. It's nothing he's doing that's saying, man, Solo is definitely a good tribal chief. He's definitely better than Roman. And if you think that, you're wrong. With that being said, this and the other thing I mentioned, I'm gonna play it twice, put it on the list of what went wrong with SmackDown.
You just made the list!
So let's get an encore.
You just made the list!
So definitely, let's put them both on the list. Definitely a list thing. List making moment. But that's what I saw wrong with Solo and this whole thing. It's just something that was not I was buying for. It just wasn't. Could have been better, absolutely, but I don't see the case here. I don't see the case here at all. Now let's talk about what else went wrong with SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton. It's so obvious she's going to get a pink briefcase. Look how this was destroyed. Remember, this was destroyed on SmackDown. Remember, Bayley tore this briefcase up, tore it down during the match against Michin. This is a picture of Tiffany Stratton showing a picture of it. Now, when Bayley tore this up during her match against Michin on SmackDown, it's obvious that Tiffany was going to get a brand new briefcase, because we've seen this happen with Money in the Bank. Not just Tiffany, but others. Anytime they beat up a new briefcase, it's to sell briefcases. Damian Priest had the purple briefcase last year, resemblance of the Judgment Day. We saw that. Tiffany is going to have pink. That's because she wears pink all the time. And they're going to do this to sell the briefcases in the WWE shop and to further her character. And they're going to do this. We don't really see characters with the white or green briefcase anymore. Either the male or female is going to have a special customized briefcase to sell to help with their character until they cash it in. We saw it last year, like I said, with Damian. We're going to see it this year with Tiffany. Now, but she's going to get a new briefcase. I mean, if you guys look here, it's a picture with a pink briefcase. This is before now. So it's so obvious that that's where they're going to go with it. And if you guys don't remember that, if you need any more proof that Tiffany's going to get a pink briefcase. If you have any more proof she's going to get a different type of briefcase in pink in a different color, if you don't believe me, I mean, that's the picture there. Some people say it's not real, it's fake, blah, 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 blah. It's so obvious. Tiffany told us this months ago. If you guys remember, she did this interview here with Chris Van Fleet, and she talked about it. Remember, she said it here on Chris Van Fleet when Chris Van Fleet asked her what her goals are. And let's see what Tiffany had to say.
Only 2 years into this, what do you want to do now?
Right now, I would love to have some sort of storyline on SmackDown. Obviously, I have my eyes set on Money in the Bank. I want a pink briefcase, and I want to rhinestone it. And
only 2 years into this, what do you want to do now?
There you go. She said this months ago. This was back beginning of this year. She said that she wanted a pink briefcase. She wanted to get in a storyline like she is now. Everything's coming full circle. So you got the proof right there. You see it, pink briefcase, then you hear about it. So there you go. She's getting a pink briefcase. So that right there is telling us furthermore, she's getting a pink briefcase. She's getting one. That's what's going to happen next. She said it, and we see it, whether it's real or not. The next time we see Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown or a live event, whoever comes first, she's going to have a pink briefcase, because the one she has now obviously was destroyed by Bayley. Bayley destroyed that one. It's teared into pieces. It will be no more. And this will replace it right here. What you say, Tyler? You said, I hate Fox. They ruined pro wrestling. No cap. I can't wait for it until WWE go into Netflix. Well, here's the thing, Tyler. I agree with you on that, because I know why you say that. Are you saying it because Fox always cut out the explicit language? They always black out the screen. I don't like that either. That's that's a part of what went wrong with SmackDown. That's every week. Not just this week, not just last week, not just next week, every week. I don't like Fox for that either. But you got to remember, Tyler, only Raw's going to Netflix. USA, SmackDown's going back to USA Network. Now, they bleep out segments too, but they will not black out the screen compared to Fox is doing now. So I'm right there with you. I can't wait for SmackDown to get off the Fox network too. I can't wait, but it's not only Raw's going to Netflix. It's not both Raw and SmackDown. That's only Raw. Raw is going to Netflix. SmackDown will return to the USA Network, and that'll be in September. So, but you know what? SmackDown USA Network is way better than being on Fox. So yeah. But other than that, Tiffany Stratton, she will get pink briefcase next time we see her. That's the way that's going to go down. But yeah, that's how that's going to be. Expect Tiffany Stratton with the pink briefcase on the upcoming SmackDown. And it's going to look nice. She said she wanted rhinestone. She wanted pink. She already told us that's what she wants. If you look at that interview, that's Chris Van Fleet. Salute to him. That's what she says she wants, and that's pretty much what we're going to get. So that's how that's going to go down. That's what I expect of that. So now that is the end of the whole SmackDown. We are going to enter the bonus round soon. So you guys that's on X right now or Facebook, if you want to check out more, come on over to YouTube. Come on over to YouTube. We're going to get to that in a second, and I'm going to get that started shortly, and we're going to do that. Let's get that shortly. Let's see what's going on. So let me get that going, guys, and we're going to get that going. We are going to have ourselves SummerSlam early predictions bonus round. So let's get that going. Now we'll start in a second. All right, we back here. We're here at the bonus round. Yes, Tyler, get the like and share and subscribe. Let's go. We're going to talk about the early SummerSlam 2024 predictions. We'll go over each match, no particular order, and we'll do it. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Now, let's get into the whole LA Knight. Yeah, we got him versus challenging Logan Paul for his United States Championship. It's been very good tense promos. We know that Logan has been ducking and dodging LA Knight. LA Knight has stated in good promos that he said to that he was going to he wanted to face Logan Paul for his United States title. He also stated that he even beat Logan Paul to qualify for the Money in the Bank match, which LA Knight did not win. Unfortunately, he didn't win, but he still thinks that he has what it takes to challenge Logan Paul and he become the brand new United States champion. So he has a very good claim to that. And I could very well see that possibly going down for Mr. LA Knight. So my early prediction early on, like I said, these are early predictions. I will say right now, I have if I had to pick one right now, I'm gonna say I got LA Knight defeating Logan Paul and become the brand new United States champion at SummerSlam 2024 in Cleveland. I got him going in. Yes, I know you're probably saying, what? You ain't got low? Yep, that's what I got. I got that. I guess my pick. I got that's my pick right now. And it's not a prediction spoiler, and it's not a what moment, it's a truth moment. What? Yes, I got LA Knight defeating him and become the brand new champion. So that's how it's going to go. I got him winning, and Logan Paul held that belt long enough. Let's be honest here. He held the belt for over 250 days. He barely defends it. Logan doesn't do no with the belt. No memorable title defenses. Let's be honest here. All due respect to Logan Paul, great in the ring. He got the title based off his superstar name. He made the Hollywood title. But I got LA Knight defeating him. He will become your brand new United States champion. Now let's go on to other matches on the card. We got another good match. We got Gunther versus Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now I know Gunther. I know that Gunther here, he has won the men's King of the Ring at the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. He last defeated Randy on the finals. I know it's controversial, but he still is going to go on to face Damian Priest. Now, Damian Priest, however, he has a lot on his plate. He has people doubting him that he cannot be a good World Heavyweight Champion. He had people doubting him saying he's a paper champion. He had people doubting him that he cannot defend a title on his own when it comes to title matches. Let's be honest here. Damian, since he won the title, he defended against Jey Uso at Backlash. He retained, but it was interference to Finn Balor. He defended against Drew McIntyre Clash at the Castle. He did win due to interference from CM Punk being the referee and screwing Drew McIntyre once again. Now, recently at the Money in the Bank, he defended against Seth freaking Rollins, who returned. But again, Drew cashed in the Money in the Bank contract the same night, and CM Punk screwed him again, and he screwed Seth Rollins. And Damian has not been able to defend a title on his lonesome in every title match situation. This will be the time right now against SummerSlam. If Damian were to defend the title and win on his own, and especially defeat Gunther, this will be the match he needs to prove himself. So I expect Damian to prove himself. With that being said, I got Damian Priest retaining the World Heavyweight Championship against Gunther in the World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam. I know some people think Gunther's going to win, but this is not Gunther's time. I don't see Gunther winning right now. He don't need it. He just had the long 666-day run as Intercontinental Champion. I don't see why rush him into the world title picture makes any sense right now. Think about it. Damian, like I said, got a lot on his plate. You got Damian, that's the World Heavyweight Champion. You got Drew McIntyre, who's the previous champion. You got CM Punk, that's involved with Drew McIntyre. He's looking at the world title. He wants it. And now you got Seth freaking Rollins, who was the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion before losing to Drew at WrestleMania. You got all those guys in the world title picture. Why add Gunther to the mix? It don't make sense to me. Why? It don't make sense. That's how you saying I'm just writing down my notes for my YouTube channel and I'm listening live. I hope you and me can work. Yeah, it's something that could be looked into, but I'm glad that I'm glad I got you inspired to start your YouTube channel. And with that being said, I wish you nothing but the best. But yeah, you saying hot take on Finn Balor, does he turn to Damian Priest? Yes, but I don't think it'll be this match. He will turn on him. He'll probably turn on him down the line. Because remember, Finn Balor's a champion again. He's the tag team champion with JD McDonough. He got his own things to focus on. But I got Damian retaining the championship against Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Let's move on to another match. We have Bayley versus Nia Jax for the WWE Women's Championship. Nia Jax, similar to Gunther, has won her right to face Bayley when she won the Queen of the Ring final being Queen of the Ring at the King and Queen of the Ring PLE, defeating Lyra Valkyrie in the finals. So her and Bayley, they got some history. Nia Jax called Bayley BBL Bayley. Bayley this week said, "Hey, you took me out SummerSlam 2017. You're reckless, you're clumsy, you're a boss machine." It's really gotten personal. And let's not forget the X Factor that could be possibly in this match. Let's not forget about Tiffany Stratton, who could be very well be the X Factor in this match. But other than that, this is my prediction right now. It could change. I see Nia Jax overcoming Bayley, despite Bayley putting up a good fight, despite Bayley being a great competitor and a good champion that she is. Nia Jax defeats Bayley and becomes your new WWE Women's Champion. And I will say this right now. I know people have been saying this. I don't know what the whole thing is. I know people is talking about it online. People's talking about it. It's been a buzz going around. I know I've been seeing it myself. People gonna feel the way they feel, but I'm gonna have a final say in this. Like I said, it's been going around. It's been going around. I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. Now, thing about it is, even though I see Nia Jax winning, a lot of people are saying all around, they are saying to do that. They're saying that despite Nia winning, they're saying that there's a chance, a very big chance, very good chance that Tiffany Stratton is going to cash in. And I'm telling you right now, Tiffany will not cash in. That's what we all expect to happen. WWE will throw us a curveball. And I actually did a poll on my channel yesterday. 58% of you said that Tiffany Stratton will win at SummerSlam for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, despite the whole popularity, despite all of that, I just do not see that happening. I don't see her cashing in. Remember, Tiffany's going to get a brand new briefcase, and they need to sell that briefcase. And since they do need her to sell that briefcase for merchandise at the WWE shop and to help further her character, she's going to need to hold on to it longer, meaning she won't cash in SummerSlam. She's going to hold on to a little bit longer. Don't believe me? Look at Damian Priest. Look how long he held to that contract when he was Senior Money in the Bank last year. He held it on all the way to WrestleMania 40. So I don't expect her to cash in. I still see Nia Jax winning at SummerSlam, and she will not have the briefcase cashed in on her that night. So let's keep that in. I don't see it happening. Yeah, I don't see Tiffany will not cash in that night. It would just be Nia. She will defeat Bayley, and then I think she'll cash on Nia at a later date. I'm not saying she'll never cash in and successfully win the WWE Women's Championship. It just won't be done at SummerSlam. It'll be later on, and it won't be in this match. So that's how I see that going down. I got Nia Jax defeating Bayley, becoming the new WWE Women's Champion. Now let's move on to another match. We also have Solo versus Cody. This has been talked about, and this will be for Cody's WWE Championship. Now, let's be real. Solo's not winning this title. Now, like I said before, he's not believable as a tribal chief. This dude's a joke. Let's be honest here. Let's be realistic here. Cody's still the hot commodity around WWE. He's still the American Nightmare. He's still all over the place. Kids love him. He has a great fan base. Kids love Cody. They love the autographs. They love taking pictures with him. They love wearing his other American Nightmare belt and being dressed like Cody. He's not going to lose. So I got Cody Rhodes winning and retaining the WWE Championship or undisputed WWE Championship, whatever you guys want to call this belt. We know it's the WWE Championship at the end of the day. But Cody will not lose, especially to Solo. Solo has not even won a match, and then you have won a title. No, Cody will still be undisputed WWE champion, despite the interference from the Bloodline. Expect Randy to come back. Expect Kevin Owens to come back and have his back. Despite the whole Jacob Fatu, he's been on a tear. Despite all of that, it's not going to happen. No, Cody Rhodes will retain his undisputed WWE championship. He will still be champ, and I just don't see how Solo could win at all. For that matter, it's not happening. If you think Solo's gonna win, then I got one thing to say to you. It's cap what you saying if you think that's the case.
That's cap. Totally cap.
So no, Cody will not lose his championship to Solo. I don't see why he would lose to Solo. It don't make no sense for him to lose. It's not logical. They just giving someone to feed to Cody Rhodes, someone to give off to Cody Rhodes, someone that Cody Rhodes can defeat, and that would be Solo easily to defeat in that matter. So let's keep that in mind. Now we got one more match. We mentioned 4 matches. The match that a lot of people want to see, obviously, as much as I like all the other matches, we want to see Liv Morgan, the WWE Women's World Champion, defend her championship against the recently returning Rhea Ripley. And I talked a little bit about this match already, but I touched on this match. But despite all of that, I do see Rhea Ripley, if she could at some point become the WWE Women's World Champ again. She could be. Now, she could be. I'm not saying when, but she will be champ again. Unfortunately, Rhea Ripley just returned to WWE. She just came back from 3 months, as she stated on her Monday Night Raw recent promo. I don't see how she will win. And also, similar to the whole Bayley and Nia Jax match, I also did a poll on this match. Now, you guys said here, you guys got Rhea Ripley. 60% of you said that Rhea Ripley will win the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam, defeat Liv Morgan. Now, despite that, the popularity, majority you want Rhea to win. Rhea will not win. And I said this before already, and I'll say it again. Rhea Ripley does not need to win the Women's World Championship right now. Liv Morgan is doing great on her character. That title is building her character. The whole Liv Morgan Revenge Tour, it has a ring to it. It's popular. And since it's popular, Liv is going to continue to be champ. And I don't see how that will happen if Rhea Ripley take the belt off of Liv right now. Rhea had the belt, like I said, 380 days. She's been champ. She's transitioning over to the babyface character that she's doing right now. She's steering herself away from Dominic Mysterio, and she probably going to have something on with Jey Uso. He wants to get at mommy. I don't see how she would win the belt right now. If they do that now, it's going to hurt Rhea more than it will help Rhea. So Rhea needs to fall back a little bit, get in some storylines, chase the belt a little bit longer. Don't just get it on the first try. She needs to chase Liv. And like I said, the X factor will be Dominic Mysterio, and even Jey Uso may play a factor in this as well. Jey Uso's not doing that right now. He's not a champion. He didn't win King of the Ring. He didn't win Money in the Bank. He needs a storyline, and Jey Uso will be figuratively added in this storyline because he wants to get into mommy. And rumor says that mommy do want to get with Jey Uso, and that's going to further the whole story. I see Liv Morgan retain the belt. She will beat Rhea, but that does not mean Rhea will defeat her at some point. She will defeat Liv Morgan for that belt, just not at SummerSlam. I don't see how that makes any logical sense for her to lose right now. I don't see it. Maybe you guys do. I don't see a majority of you guys. 60% of you did say that you see Rhea walking out with the belt. I just don't see it that way. It don't make sense to me. None whatsoever. So it'll be more logical if Rhea were to chase the belt longer. Just a little bit longer. Let her chase as a baby face. Because you put the belt back on her, it's going to ruin Liv and it's going to ruin Rhea. It's not going to help either character. So have Rhea just chase the belt a little bit longer. That would be the best possible situation. So that's what I have. And I got one more thing I want to add. This has been going around too. Now I'm actually may do a poll on this. Do you guys think will Roman Reigns return at SummerSlam? Will we see Roman Reigns return at SummerSlam? He's been gone now for over 100 days. We haven't seen him since WrestleMania 40, since he lost the undisputed WWE Championship to Cody Rhodes. Bloodline rules night 2. Will we see Roman Reigns show up at SummerSlam? That will be interesting to say if he does return. And if I had to take right now, I don't think he's going to return at SummerSlam. Maybe that SmackDown after SummerSlam, because it's so predictable. We want stuff that's predictable. We don't want nothing that's predictable. I don't think that'll be. I don't think it's going to make sense from the return. And we know SummerSlam is known for the big returns. Remember, he returned at SummerSlam 2020. Becky Lynch returned SummerSlam 2021. You know, we had Jey Uso return last year's SummerSlam. Let's not make this predictable thing. Let's be spontaneous. Let WWE do that, and I think they will. And I don't think Roman Reigns returns SummerSlam right now makes sense. He will return maybe a SmackDown, or maybe they show him at the end. If so, you know, maybe he returns at the Bad Blood PLE that's in September, or Bash in Berlin. Could be that too, but I don't think he will return. I think maybe a new Bloodline member will return. We don't need Roman. If we see Roman, it's going to be predictable. It's going to be predictable. I don't think we need to see Roman at SummerSlam. We've seen it already. That's how the whole Acknowledge Me, the whole Tribal Chief, the Bloodline was born. It was him, well, not the Bloodline being born, but Roman Reigns being returned. That's how the whole kicked off. We don't need that right now. I don't think so. Tyler said maybe Team Rhea Ripley versus Team Liv Morgan, Team Morgan. That's not a bad idea. That's a thought. That's a good thought. We'll see what happens next, though, but I don't think we need Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. I don't think he needs to return to SummerSlam. It'll be too predictable, and the fans, and you know if he returned, the fans will get mad. Oh, he did this already. You know the fans going to complain if they see some predictable, you know they say it. So if I had to guess, will he return at SummerSlam? If he's going to come back and make a big appearance, I would say no. We don't need him. Save it. Save him for a bigger moment. Bash in Berlin, a Bad Blood, SmackDown, whatever the case may be. Not right now. Not right now. Tyler, you say no? Yeah, I don't think he needs to return now because we've seen him before. Well, other than that, though, guys, that's all I have regarding SmackDown. We was here at the bonus round. We had the SmackDown results. Bloodline crushed Kevin Owens' throat, put Cody Rhodes through a table. And now we are currently talking about early SummerSlam 2024 early predictions. And we're talking about SummerSlam, all the matches and what's going to happen. So I appreciate you guys coming out. Appreciate it all. We're going to have a good party, big party of the summer. SummerSlam, you know I'm going to cover that here at the Red Carpet Ring. So I appreciate you all guys coming out. Soon two videos will pop up. One will be where Rhea Ripley will reclaim her title. And second will be why Damien is not the best world champion. You guys already know what it is. It is OUNT